Hey, everybody, good morning. It is Monday. It is May 25th-ish, something like that, I think. Yes, 25th. It's Memorial Day here in the United States, which is some kind of a holiday. It's ironic that it's called Memorial Day, and I don't necessarily remember what it's for. Um, I'm sure it is to honor people who vastly deserve it. All right. I just put this toy out because I thought it was a toy that these kids would want to play with, but I haven't turned it on yet because I know it's going to spook them when it starts moving. I think we're off to a good start considering that they're now exploring it, so that's something. What do you think? Should we turn it on? I think we should turn it on. Oh, Gabby ran right over to make sure her kittens were safe. Kind of sounds like it needs some new batteries. Oh, everybody jump back when it starts moving. So, while we wait for them to figure this out, let's talk about whatever is news today. There's not actually a lot of news. First off, I think the important thing, this is cute. I don't want to keep spooking them, but I don't think they're too scared, right? Um, let's see. I was going to say the biggest news I think is that Brooke is going to be adopted on the 29th. So that's the most exciting thing going on this week, and I say that even knowing that there's a very good chance that Bebop is going to have her kittens this week as well. But one of those things is even, I think, a bigger story as far as I'm concerned, and that's Brooke finally found her home. Now, I only talked to Brooke's adopter a little bit, but she did confirm that we're on for the 29th. That's the good news. The bad news is that she doesn't sound like she's going to be able to join us on the Discord. So that's sad, but it's not the end of the world because she does email very well, and I know that she will keep up with us via email and continue to give us updates on how Brooke is doing, and if we're lucky, maybe even some photos. But the best thing about that, of course, is knowing that she's somebody that has a lot of experience with cats that need slow introductions. That her last cat that she adopted took 9 months to come around to even hang out with her other cats. And they still don't necessarily get along the best, but they're cordial. And it's wonderful to know that Brooke is going to someone with those kinds of expectations. So excited about that one. This doesn't seem like it's working out. They're very interested in it, but I don't want them to have to keep jumping back every time it starts to move. All right, I guess they're figuring it out. That's okay. Yeah. So for those of you that are viewers, Brooke is the mom cat of Pebble, one of the kittens that we had. We had Brooke and Pebble came into us together. And if you go back on our website, Gabby, if you go back on our website, kitten.academy is our website, by the way, kitten.academy. There's no W's or coms, it's just kitten.academy. You will be able to find pictures of Brooke and Pebble there, as well as pretty much all the other cats and kittens that we've ever had. It's a great website, kitten.academy. Um, And Brooke is also setting the record of the mom cat that any cat, kit or kitten, that has been at Kitten Academy for the longest period of time now. And I think some of that is because, we had a little bit of a scare at first where we thought that she might be diabetic, and it turns out she's not. Uh, but I do think that that put off initial adopters and sort of complicated everything. But now we know she's not, and we've finally found somebody that thinks that she's just the right cat for them, and that's good. All right, this isn't working for me or for them. I'm just going to turn it off. Oh, wow. I saw somebody on the chat said to press the button again to make it go faster, but I didn't believe them because this model just says on off on the top. But look at that, it does go faster. I was wrong. Whoever it was that said that, you were right. I was wrong. That's what I get for not believing you. Uh, oh, okay. Now maybe it's fun, huh? On, off, honor. Yes. More on, honor. Yeah, I don't know which one of those is better. Well, I don't know why it wouldn't indicate that on the button that just says on, off. That's fine though. All right, I'm going to turn it off and just let them explore it a little bit more while it's not doing anything because this is clearly, they're still jumping a lot. We don't need that. Anyway, yeah, so the big news, obviously, Brooke's got an adopter that is adopting her this week, and they are somebody that really has been following her. They say they've been watching Kitten Academy for 2 years, that they've been following Brooke, so they really know what they're in for and how special she is. And they will be picking her up on the 29th, and I'm very excited. I have to say, I'm going to miss her. Brooke is a very special cat. Let's go up and see her real quick. These kittens, if you want to keep watching these kittens, that camera is on the regular Kitten Academy live stream. You can just flip right over there if that's what you prefer. Kitten Academy live stream right here on YouTube. Feel free to check it out. But let's go up and see Brooke, and then we're going to see Bebop. And if you just want to watch these little kittens do their kitten thing, you can do that on the Kitten Academy live stream. Here we go. Okay, up and at 'em. I'm going to put this back in the cabinet, and I'm going to grab my coffee while we head up there. Okay, let's go. That's Maggie out in the cat run, by the way. Maggie's had a little bit of a rough morning. Speaking of Brooke, so that reminds me of something else I wanted to talk to you all about today. Hi, buddy. This is Blarney in the kitchen. Oh, and there comes Scuttlebutt. They've all started to explore a little bit more, but I haven't seen any of them go past the kitchen. I think they've just started to poke their heads into the sunroom once or twice. But even though there's no barrier to stop them from going all the way upstairs, they have not tried it. Eddie's in this room. We've got these chewy boxes holding down this new rug because it was all wrinkled up. So that's what's going on there. Okay, let's head on up. So I wanted to talk to you about something today because I saw some comments. I think they were comments on the YouTube. Maybe, no, you know what? They were comments on our Twitter. Here, let's go on with Brooke while I talk about how I posted some awesome photos yesterday that were photos of, hi, they were photos of Maggie and Eddie being all sweet on each other while they were waiting for their dinner yesterday. And there was a pretty good series of photos. Hi, Brookie Brooke. Hi. Hi, Brooke. So this is Brooke, if you don't know her. Like I said, she is the mom cat that has been at the Academy the longest. She set a record, hopefully a record that will remain unbroken forever. She's very talky this morning. You want me to give you a treat, though, don't you? She's beautiful, by the way. She is such a strong cat. She's big. She probably could stand to lose a tiny bit of weight, but she's also just very muscular and strong. And she's got these like wildcat ear tufts and just really dark colors and a little cinnamon muzzle. Frankly, she's a beautiful cat, just amazing. And like I said, just really strong, and it's kind of got some wild in her. She's going to try to play with somebody under the door there. But she's also so sweet and loving and wonderful, and I'm going to miss her. And she's playful, but more than anything, she is probably one of the smartest cats that we have ever had, and very treat motivated. And I feel like if you wanted to train a cat to do something or to perform some trick or stunt, like Brooke would be your cat. She would be so easy to train because she is very food motivated and she is very smart. I'm going to see if I can open these treats with one hand because she is asking for them. Okay. Hi, Brookie. Do you want one of these? Okay. What is it? What do you want? Okay, here you go. There you go. That's one. What? What? Are you asking me for another? Okay. Oh, I dropped it. Where is it? You got it. What do you want now? Hmm? Hey. She's also very gentle with her people, as you can tell. Even though these treats are her favorite thing in the universe, she's not going to bite me. Very sweet. Oh, such a sweetheart. So, what I was going to tell you is that as sweet as she is, she gets along great with most of the faculty. But for some reason, Maggie really sets her off. And this morning that happened. I let her out for her usual morning thing, and she took a run at Maggie. Although, as usual, once Maggie screams and runs away, Brooke lays off, which is fine. She's just sort of establishing dominance, I guess. Um, but boy, Maggie is loud when that happens. She just makes a ruckus. Like she really yells a lot, and you think it's like murder, but there's really like she's not even really hurt. She just likes to make a lot of noise when she gets in a conflict. So Brooke gets along great with most cats, but not all cats, and it's good to know that her adopter is ready for that. But that leads me to the thing I was going to talk to you about because I saw a comment on our Twitter with like those pictures I was talking about. We had those wonderful photos that I posted of Maggie and Eddie being sweet on each other, and somebody had commented on the fact that when we talk about our cats, I'm usually only talking about the conflicts that come up and not how sweet that they can be to each other sometimes. And I should make it a point to mention that more often. Maggie in particular, she gets picked on so much by the cats that come in, by the mom cats. It seems like Maggie's always a target for the mom cats, but she's very sweet on the faculty to the point where she snuggles with almost all of them. If you watch her closely, you will see that there's always times when she comes up on Acro and rubs her head on him and headbutts him and snuggles up. And she does the same thing with Eddie. You can even see it in those pictures. She does the same thing with Ari. I've seen her do it quite a bit too. So Maggie's just a sweetheart and a lover, and I know I don't mention it because the thing that stands out are the conflicts. So that's what I'm always talking about. That's my mistake. So I wanted to point that out, and I'll try to make it a point to tell more of those stories when I get the opportunity. So here we are with Bebop, and Bebop is clearly feeling a little bit better since her vet trip, and she's been eating kibble. It seems like she doesn't really like any of the other foods that we're offering her. Today, by the way, what's on is um, this is the Dr. Elsie's Clean Protein Kibble. That's the food that she actually likes and she eats. Then I've got some more of the shredded chicken, which she's not touched in the last few days, but I just gave her some fresh stuff this morning. And then more of the KMR mixed with KMR2, which she has eaten the last few days, but she wouldn't have any this morning. We'll keep trying. Anyway, these are her food options for today, and so far it's been the kibble that she's been going for. Um, Hi, thanks for looking at me. So you can see that her belly is getting quite large. She has 7 kittens in there. At least that's what we count on the X-ray. The vet said that they thought that she was going to deliver this weekend, but you might have noticed that I didn't spend last night in here because I didn't think it was going to be last night. And I'm going to keep monitoring her throughout the day, but right now I don't think it'll be tonight either. And even though it's Monday, it's a holiday, so the vet, could still be right if she delivered today. Um, but I think it'll probably be towards the end of the week. Of course, I shouldn't even make guesses anymore because I've been wrong so many times lately. But if I did guess, that's what I would guess is it's not going to be probably closer to the end of the week. Now, she has been really enjoying it when I open the window, and that leads me to the next point that I wanted to mention, which is yesterday I spent a lot of time editing photos, and you'll see a whole bunch of those on our Twitter. And there's some great pictures of Bebop in there that are on our Twitter. But there's even more that I took, and those are all going to be published on our website, hopefully today. That's one of the things that I want to get done today is to finish editing photos. There's a lot more to go through and to get them up on the website. So keep an eye out for that on our website, which is kitten.academy. I was hoping that if we came in here this morning and we opened the window that she would want to go out and have a look again. She seems like she's kind of settled in, though. Well, it's a shame. All right, you don't have to get up if you don't want to. Hi, yeah, give me little headbutts, though. That's sweet. What are you saying, Bebop? I heard that. You got anything else you want to say? Yes, well, me out of you, too. Last night she was having a whole conversation with me. I don't know what she was trying to say, but she was meowing. It was when the window was open, and you could tell she was really enjoying it. I think what she wanted was for me to open the screen so she could go outside. That's obviously not going to happen. That's not how things work here, Bebop. You want to get up for a minute? I know making kittens is a lot of hard work. It's got to wear you out. I think that she is at least right now on more of a nighttime schedule because if you watch the Kitten Academy stream overnight when the lights are out, she's a little more active. She tends to go out in the room to lay around and then she'll get up and walk around the room here and there. And like I said last night when I was in here, I opened the window and she almost wouldn't let me leave because she just wanted to sit there in the window and then come out and walk around the room and go back to the window. She was loving it. Yeah, she even got really excited when some kind of a bug flew past the window and she got really, really excited. She wanted to catch that bug. Um, and it almost made me feel bad. Like I wanted to bring the bug in here so she could catch it. But that didn't happen. Well, unfortunately, it seems like she's pooped out right now, and I'm not going to force her to get up. I tried that, and she doesn't want to, and that's okay. She's the one in charge right now. She's got 7 little kittens to make, so that's okay. Um, we can wrap this up by going back downstairs to see the kittens again. We think that she's about 2 years old. That's a guess. We don't know for sure. And like I said, we did do an X-ray, and the X-ray seems to show 7 kittens inside, which is a lot of kittens. She herself is only 7 3/4 pounds today, not even 8 pounds. And if you do the math on it, what I was figuring is for our average kittens, she would have almost 2 pounds of kittens and placenta and stuff to deliver. Now, I think these kittens are probably going to be a little on the light side because she's a little on the light side, and because there's 7 of them. You would expect that. But if you just figure the average, it would be 2 pounds worth of kittens and placenta and stuff, and she's 7 3/4 pounds. That makes her like a not even 6 pound cat after delivery. So she is a very small cat when it comes down to it. I do think she's going to be fine, though. You shouldn't take any of that as concern. She's like I said, she's been eating a good amount. She's been very active. She's not showing you that right now, but she has been very active and aware, and she seems like she's all with it. And good. I mean, she just seems healthy. She's even got a little purr going right now. I know you'll never hear it because it's a very tiny purr. Okay, we're gonna leave you here, kiddo. You do your thing, okay? You do you. I gotta close your window though. I can't just leave it open while I'm gone. Let's do that. There's her box. All right, I'm gonna grab my coffee, and we will just head right back down. Oh, I've still got her door covered up. Some of you may not have seen this yet. It's a Star Trek: The Next Generation hallway door cover. That way she doesn't have to see the other cats. I think I mentioned that I did test that by moving it so she could see the other cats, and she did not like that a bit. So that's why we're leaving it up for now. Here's Eddie. Speaking of cats that are sweet, Eddie has been just a snuggle bunny the last couple days. Um, I mean, he's always a snuggle bunny when he can be. And I shouldn't say the last couple days because he's really been heading that way for weeks. Boy, I'll tell you though, not only does he shed a ton, which makes it kind of a problem, but last night oh, hey, look at that. I just said you kids have not made it past the kitchen, and there you go. That's past the kitchen. Um, Eddie also runs real hot. So last night he decided he wanted to lay on me pretty much all night. And he must be a million degrees. He is way hotter than your average cat. And he's laying on my legs, and it was a lot to take. But it's worth it for him because he's a sweetie. All right, we've got Chewy boxes all over this room. Like I said, some of them are holding down the rug. But some of them, most of them, I haven't gotten around to putting away all the kitty litter that we go through. So, and there's a certain amount of food too. Actually, there's none in the pantry right now. I need to go and refill it from these boxes. Here's Smokey. Hi, Smokey. Virtual boop. Oh, followed by a real boop. All right. Hi, you two. Hi, Gabby. Wow. Well, you kids are really exploring some new territory today, aren't you? I haven't seen any of you out here before. You've gone beyond the kitchen. Now, Gabby, don't hiss at Smuggy. You know Smuggy. Smokey's like, Kitten, don't sniff me. Now this part of the stream really looks like an advertisement for Chewy, doesn't it? It's not. I'm sorry. I really got to do something about these boxes. That's one of the things that was on my list of things to do today because I've got a backlog of litter and boxes and food to put away. And that's all it's all part of my job. That part's been on the back burner. So my bad. And of course, that would mean that today's the day they've got to come and play with all the boxes so you guys get to see what I haven't been getting done. This is Scuttlebutt. Oh boy, you guys. So the photos I still have to edit today are photos of these guys, of the gifts. And I got some really good photos of them yesterday. Oh my gosh, really good ones. And I've only edited a few. There's a few on our Twitter already, a couple of group photos that I published. But there's even more to come, and I'm really excited about them. If you go to our Twitter, you can see some of those right now. And like I said, there'll be some more. I'll probably put a couple. I usually put a few on the Twitter, but I always put all of them on our own website, kitten.academy. That's the real place to go. So keep an eye out. Of course, when that does go live, we will tweet about it, so you can find that on our Twitter that way. Hi. All right, let me go over things one more time real quick, just to make sure that everybody knows everything that's important. The most awesome thing this week is that Brooke's adopter is coming on the 29th to pick up Brooke, and I'm very, very excited about that. Then, as you know, Bebop is pregnant with 7 kittens, and the vet thinks she'll deliver any minute now. I think probably at least a day or two. I keep checking to see if she's got any milk yet, and she doesn't. She doesn't as of this morning. And I feel like that's going to be a sign. By the way, I know people know that some cats have 6 nipples and some have 8. And since she's having 7 kittens, we definitely want her to be the kind that has 8. And she is, I checked. Although, as you know, they don't all work the same amount. So it's still going to be a little tricky. And I might end up having to do some supplemental feedings for some kittens. But that's okay. I'm up for that. Whatever it takes. Finally, just a reminder that we've got Gabby, who's behind me somewhere. Gabby is going in for her spay on the 1st, and her 3 kittens are going in for their next vaccines on the 8th, and then it'll be 3 or 4 weeks after that that we get them for their last vaccines and their spays, and then get them adopted out. So by then, we'll definitely have Bebop's kittens. This is Blarney. You can tell Blarney because she is a gray classic tabby, not mackerel tabby, but classic. So that's the kind that Acro is, with the big swirly stripes. And you can also tell her because she's got stripy front legs, where Scuttlebutt is a gray tabby but has white front legs. And Banter is a brown tabby who is absent, probably still in the Chewy room. Oh, and there's Maggie hiding under the sofa. And here's Gabby. You have it. This is a toy that last time I checked, it's called Rosie the Rat, and it's made out of real fur and a little piece of leather and a couple of strings. And historically, we've had cats that love this thing, but the last few classes it hasn't been a hit for. So it's nice to see that now we've got Blarney is a big fan, apparently. I have been taking extra caution to make sure that even if we get a surprise delivery that comes early for Bebop, that I'm still ready and aware. Now, none of it's foolproof, but among the steps I'm taking are making sure that the volume on my TV is turned up watching the stream when I go to bed. I also set alarms on my phone so that no matter how I have my phone set, it should ring through very loudly for people that might call me, such as Dr. Brew and Ian. Sorry, we went offline for just a second there. I think we're back. I was wrapping up, but I was also just trying to tell everybody that I've taken steps to make sure that when Bebop delivers, even if it's early, that I am prepared to be alerted. and hopefully that'll go off well. Like I said, I was setting my phone so that it should ring through if I get phone calls from any of the people that are likely to call me about it. Now, my phone service out here is super unreliable, and sadly, even when I have it, when I try to set it to Wi-Fi mode, which is the only thing that works, sometimes it just drops out and won't connect that way at all, and I just basically lose my phone service until I reboot. So I'm trying to take care to reboot my phone on a regular basis and make sure that it's always online, but that could get lost. And then I'm also playing the stream in the bedroom very loudly at night, so if she starts making any noise at all, I'll wake up, which is kind of a surprise because there were a few bangs and crashes last night. I think they were Gabby jumping in and out of the cat tree in her room right next to the microphone. Oh, it was startling, but it is what it is. Anyway, I think we're back and that everybody is here, but the chat's not running now since we came back on, and I need to wrap it up anyway. So let me just do that. Thank you guys so much for joining the close up today. I hope that this end part is even working. Thank you for all the prompts on the chat for things that I needed to mention or talk about. I do appreciate that quite a bit. Thank you to the mods for modding and for giving people suggestions and following up on the things that I've been saying. That's super helpful. And as usual, if you want to keep watching these kittens, well, I don't know what to tell you. They're on the Patreon stream that is for people that have joined our Patreon. You get to that stream via our Discord. It's got cameras around the house, including the camera in this room, but there's no camera on the regular stream that's in this room. So we'll just have to wait for them to go back to the living room, I guess, before they're visible. But you can at least keep your eyes on Bebop. That's worth something. And that's it. Thank you guys one more time. I'm going to wrap it up. Even though they're being completely adorable at this point, I don't even know if anybody's seeing this anymore. So might as well call it. Thanks, everybody.